Thank you very much. Those of you who are recording, let's try as much as possible to put our phones on silent, and then also let's be mindful of our movement in order not to cross the cameras. Okay, so let's start. Good evening once again, colleagues. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Head coach of the Black Stars, Otto Addo, is here. Coach, the media is ready for you. Tomorrow we have a big game against Sudan. You started training on Monday. Today you have a full house. All your 25 players have arrived for the game. First of all, tell us about your impressions so far before we take the questions.
Yeah, good afternoon or good evening, everybody. Yeah, I think so far we had some good training sessions. Surely we had some injuries, some sicknesses of players where we had to replace players, and I'm happy that those who we called could follow up and come quick as soon as possible. So they're all there now, and yesterday we had a good session, and hopefully today as well. Keeps me thinking positive about the game. I'm looking forward to the game to change things around, happy that we made it, or the GFA made it happen, that we could play in Accra.
Okay, colleagues, time for your questions. Okay, Jojo.
Well, thank you. My name is Charles Simpson. I'm a friend of Coach. I know you are aware of the records that Sudan have never won in Ghana, not true in Ghana before. Just like Angola. Angola came to break that news. So I hope you capture that. You will not have that negative experience tomorrow. Now, the final question, the second one, the final.
Was it a question? No, it's not a question.
Can you assure us that?
My final question. The first one,
can you assure us that?
What Angola did by winning for the first time, proud to not drawing or winning in Ghana. Sudan is not going to repeat that because they are also yet to win or draw in Ghana. Now, the final question, the second one, of course. You have a team, and then statistically, and he's looking for proceeding at least one goal since your second stint with the Blasters. Have you able to, solve that whoever keeps the post tomorrow will not let him anymore?
Okay, the first question, I think there's no assurance for anything in life. We always have to thank God and to pray that we are still alive. And I'm praying and I'm thankful that I'm healthy. Tomorrow I can be gone, so there's no assurance for anything in life. But there's a high probability, I think, that we win. And it comes with preparations, it comes with consciousness. And so I'm very, very, for me, even when I was playing, to get success, it's always on the other side of fear, so I fear God, but that's it, and for me, I'm fearless, and if our players will get or have this attitude and show the passion and they will be fearless, then I'm very, very sure that the probability is high, very high, that we win. Nevertheless, and this is also, I think, why we love football. In football, anything can happen. I've played so many games also as a player, and I said it before, we played with Borussia Dortmund, we were German champions, and then we played against the 5th division team and then we lost. So I know anything can happen, but the probability that we lose is very, very low, I think, if we do our homeworks, if we are concentrated, if we play together as a team. And I think if the players, and those are the most important persons, if they fulfill and work together as a team and fulfill what our plan is and our tactics against Sudan. The other question was what?
The question was
conceding. Yeah. So it's every game. I mean, it's way too simple to try and point out one player. Way too simple. So I think I said it again. The defense always starts at the attack, and we have to learn. It's not only the way we defend, but it's also the way we finish actions. So sometimes we play around too much, and I know that sometimes the spectators, they like it, I love it. If somebody maybe can go forward, you go back, you put the ball over the other player, and everyone will be hey. But we don't go anywhere with this. We have to be more straight, we have to be more effective, and we have to finish our actions, because one thing which is very, very clear. I strongly believe that Sudan have two chances: offensive transitions and set pieces. And once we finish our action and we stand with our block, we won't concede a goal. And the past has shown also that the goals we concede were always like counter attacks or maybe set pieces. And this is what we need to avoid. They're very good in this. They are leading in their group, so it's not that we should underrate them. They are leading the World Cup group with Senegal and Togo and DR Congo in the group. So it's not like it's a cheap team. And all the statistics you're bringing up from the past, to me, really irrelevant, because the times have changed, and you see it everywhere that the so-called small countries, they can beat the so-called bigger countries. So to compare these times, maybe when I was playing on now, it's not fair. It's for me, like I said, it's also irrelevant, because we have to look forward, we have to look and see what we can do to win this game, and that's all.
Muftau.
Mark Sports. Coach, first, I want to ask, when we lost a couple of weeks ago in Kumasi, one of the excuses had to do with the pitch.
No, stop. We never use it as an excuse. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we never, and I never said it was because of the pitch. We complained about the pitch after the Mali and Central African Republic match. And surely we were disappointed that it didn't get better when we came there. But this is maybe like from 1,000 details, one detail of a reason, maybe, but it's not the reason why we lost.
All right, Coach, we understand that you enjoy that free-flowing type of football, so you need a good pitch. The question is, do you think the Accra Sports Stadium pitch over there is good enough to suit the kind of system you want to deploy tomorrow? And also, there's been this popular video circulated where the president of the Ghana Football Association was giving the players an extra treatment. I don't know your take on that, but have you had any issues with commitment from these players in both things as a coach? Thank you.
Okay, so for us, to be honest, the most important thing is to have water on the pitch so that the ball can go fast. And surely, I mean, even if we don't want to be, so number one, now we have 1 point, so we need to play forward. There's no way we can not play football. And the second thing, and I said it when I started my job, and I think we're doing it, we're playing good football, but surely we have to be successful. And yeah, we have to improve in that. We have to, if we see the last match especially, we have to show much more passion, especially also against the ball. So it's, I mean, to play good football is one part, but there's another part is how we defend, how we show passion against the ball, how we press, how we are aggressive against the ball, how we coach each other, how we push each other. And there's lots of space for improvement. The pitch is okay. Surely it could be better, but it's much, much better than the last time when we trained here.
Coach, Jonathan Collins, my name, Eagles Sports. What happened yesterday from the father of our football, the president of the FA? Your name was mentioned, as well as some of the jabs going to the playing body. How have you taken it, and and your team, because after everything, the back stops with you. Psychologically, have you as a coach having to have an interaction with the playing body in terms of how the jabs came? And number two, will you be missing the services of your prima donors who are not coming, the Thomas Partey, the Osmans, and maybe Pencil? How are you taking it? Because you are losing these players, and after 24 or 48 hours, these jabs came. Will it be something that is going to demoralize you as human, as I know you do, or is rather going to give you a wake up? It's going to be a wake up call for the duty. Thank you.
Okay, the first question was what again? You know, I'm very sorry, I'm getting old. You know, this, what was the first question? What? President, yes. So I think this is like the first time maybe it was recorded. But you know, in this job, pressure is one of the principles. You know, it's not a new situation for me. So it was the same when, let's say, I came in the first time and we played against Nigeria. So the president had to talk because it was a crucial situation if we could qualify for the World Cup or not. The same thing happened when we played before Mali. You know, so sometimes it's good, and I understand the situation is very, very crucial. And so sometimes it's also good if somebody comes and steps up to back up my words, you know. And I'm also talking to the players. My staff is talking to the players, the importance of the game, and so we always try to push each other. And I think it was a good talk, and hopefully it woke everyone up to show the passion which is needed on the field to win this game.
In the absence of mental players,
yeah, we always. Not happy if player which we called are not there, but to be honest, I don't use too much time to think about that. We are looking forward, so we are looking for what we can do, what we can influence. I can't influence if somebody's sick or injured or whatsoever, and we are happy that our replacements came in time, and they're here to help us, and this is what we're looking at. I'm sorry for the guys. Wish them a speed recovery, and that's it.
Okay, we'll tell that without line, Joyce Boss. Coach, the question clearly has to do with what sort of reaction are you expecting from your boys tomorrow? Considering the first two games, Ghana have got just 1 point. And you've been a player, you've sat at a position where the boys were seated when the president was speaking. As a player, when things like that are said to you, how do you receive it? And what sort of reaction do you think it brings psychologically to the boys?
I think they're all professionals. Surely it's not an easy situation, but I think with time in the game, with a good transition on the pitch of the plan, confidence will come, and it will help us to win the game. And we are trying to prepare the guys, the boys, as best as possible. And the more we know what will happen, the more we know about the solution, and we concentrate and we focus on our solutions during the match, the more easier it will be for each and every player to fulfill his performance. And I hope that everybody listens well, and everybody is focusing on this game, on his job, defensively but also offensively. And if we do that, and even try to be positive and confident, even if mistakes happen, and mistakes will happen. We will create chances maybe where we don't score, like in Angola, but we have to push each other again and again and again, and then at the end, I'm very, very sure we will be rewarded.
All right.
Coach Maybe. All right. Francis, I registered citizen, Guide Sports. All right. So I want to ask Thomas Partey is not going to play this particular game. What? He is the architect of your double pivot system, the 4-3-2, the 4-2-3-1 system. And of course, Thomas Partey has a very best of ability, but he's not going to play this particular game. I want to know, does that distort your system ahead of the game tomorrow? And if it does, what are you using as maybe an improvisation for that particular method?
Yeah, I can't tell you what we're going to do, but surely these kind of situations happen in football, and football is a team sport. Each team has key players, that's true, but we don't rely on one player. And surely sometimes me as a coach, I have to rethink, but this is my job. And we have different solutions which how we could play, and we as a staff, we discussed it, and I chose one at the end, and I'm very, very sure it will work. And we're not thinking too much about the players who are not here. It's more about the players which are here, their qualities, and how we can install them to perform their best performance and to help the team to win.
Gentlemen, we don't have much time, so please let's make our questions brief.
My name is Otto Addo. I work with the Ghana Broadcasting
And lady.
Coach, in place of your absentee captain, that's Thomas Partey, who will be the captain for the team, and how has he been prepared for the job? As we have heard in recent times, the former captain, Stephen Appiah, talking about the fact that this particular team lacks leadership. Thank you.
Kudos will lead the team. I think I said it before. I don't know. I'm not quite sure if that he will be the second captain, and so for this reason he will have the captaincy. And for us, and I don't know if I said it before, but it's about leadership and responsibility. It's not about having the captaincy. It's about all the players, and sometimes. And this will take time, I know for sure. But me having the comparison, let's say Europe or Germany and Ghana, especially, I think there are a lot of things we can change. And I know traditionally this is good off the pitch. We have like a lot of respect, especially for elder players. But on the field, everybody's equal, and we have to get to. I think. Should be the evolution that we get to a point where, I don't know, Ibrahim Osman, 18, can tell Iñaki Williams to do more, to push him, in a positive way, not in a negative way. What are you doing? So, come on, you can do more. Come on, Iñaki, do more. To address something on him, to demand something, and we have to get there. That no matter what age you are or how old, that you can criticize another player, even if he's older, but also the understanding from the elder player to take it, to push it. And if you are demanding, it brings pressure on yourself, because you can't just talk and demand something from somebody while you're not working yourself. So this will elevate the whole team up to another level, and with this passion, even you can just win games. Even maybe you're not playing a good football or whatever, but with passion and with willingness to win and the aggressiveness in the duels, a lot of things can be changed during the game.
How many people do we have in the queue, please? 3. Okay. Let's be brief. Let's be brief, because it's almost time for training. Thank you.
My name is Emmanuel from EIB. Within the space of 1 month, we've seen a magical shift in our stadiums across the country. Within the space of 1 month from the last game to today, we've seen magical facelift in our stadiums, including this one. I want you to speak for the general Ghanaian who loves football. What message you have for our leaders with regards to maintaining and improving our stadiums?
Talk about Accra, because that's what you can see.
Yeah, I don't know what has been done. I can just talk about Accra, because we obviously were here and they did well. And it's difficult for me to talk about things which I can't influence. We can just sometimes address things, but it's not in my hands to renovate or not to renovate or whatever. I'm happy, like I said before, that we can play this match here. I think the national team has been playing here for a long time, and I'm happy that we're here, that we're at home, that hopefully we get the support from all the spectators. And even sometimes during the game, things can go bad. Let's say the first half against Central African Republic, we were 2-1 down. And Kumasi was still supporting us, and this is what I hope because we need the support. We have a lot of young players, and we need the support, the full support of the whole Ghana to win this match.
Coach, the last game against Niger, one thing that most of us saw was the players' attitude on the pitch. It looked like they were not motivated enough. The passion wasn't all that great for us. What's different that you're going to do this time around for us to see the players show more passion already? Then finally, is there any injuries in camp, or do we have some players who are not ready for a match? Because the minor yesterday we had a final 2 players, Jonas Abete and Abu Faisal joining the team. Do we have players who might not be ready for the game tomorrow?
Good. So maybe the second question first.
Yes.
Everybody is ready. Surely we have some few issues here and there, but the medical department has been working day and night to get everyone ready. And today everybody is training. So I hope that everybody will be ready for tomorrow. And the first question
was our passion.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, the danger sometimes in leading is, and we had a lot of ball possession, so it was a little bit, I mean, these are the danger parts of football. Sometimes you have a lot of ball possession, and even while you're leading, the opponent is staying behind, and we were a little bit, is it lethargic? Yeah, lethargic, and we didn't show enough passion. And this is, I hope that all the players learn from it, and me, I have to, there's so many things which I have to think about, but this is also one of the things surely I will address, that we show the passion and also the yes, I call it defensive discipline, to be ready for everything. And there were lots of scenes which we discussed also when we all there at I don't know, we had a meeting 2 or 3 days ago and showed them the video from the last games, and there's some things like normally we shouldn't talk about, which should be basic, and surely I will address that, because these are basic things. If you don't have this in the game, you can always concede a goal, and we have to stop this. And I hope, and I'm very, very sure actually from the reaction I saw from the players, the understanding that we won't see this phase again of the team.
I'll pick the last two.
My name is Milishan from TV3. I'm going to start with a statistic that would be quite relevant to the case. For the Black Stars in the year 2024, 10 matches have been played, 16 goals conceded. 8 of them have come after the 80th minute. So there is a very big question on concentration at the latter stages of the game. Is it something that you'll be communicating to the team about, and how are you looking to make sure they are switched on for 90 plus how many minutes that the referee will give?
Yeah, I think I can only speak about the games where I was the head coach. So it's difficult for me to take, I think, 8 games. It's difficult to take all the games in conclusion. I think you all saw the games, especially the last 2 games, and how we conceded the goals. It was very, very unlucky, to be honest. But you're right, it's a thing of concentration, and it's a thing of, like I said before, pushing each other and having everyone accountable. And it's difficult for me as a coach to say it or to give these things out from the sideline. So the boys have to push themselves. They have to be ready themselves to defend every corner, even if it's in the last minute or last 2 minutes, to be responsible for each and everyone for his part and his position. And this is what we need to do. We need to talk to each other. We need to have everyone accountable. We need to have a certain defensive discipline to avoid late goals.
Gentlemen, sorry, we have to end it here. The coach is late for training. Hopefully tomorrow after the game we shall have more time to address the outcome of the game. The first 15 minutes of the training is open. Please let's respect the time and leave after the 15 minutes period. Let's respect the time and leave after the 15 minutes period.